What's up, y'all? It's your boy King Churro.
And it's King Kushy.
And this is the Kings of Troof Podcast. Thank you for watching. Man, it's episode number 2, and I'm loving it. We already got a decent amount of views on our first episode. We just need to keep the ball rolling and, get more viewers. And but everybody who actually did watch our first episode, thank you for clicking on the play button and supporting the Kings of Troof. And man, how you been? How's it been? First weekend.
It's been pretty good. Sent the video out. People was liking the feedback. I noticed we had a comment on there about one person want to know what's the difference between a nigga and a nigger.
Yeah.
And I guess she wanted to explain to her, and the best way to explain to her is that the word nigger was a racial slur used to downgrade blacks. And the word nigger was created by the black people to where that word shouldn't have to affect us no more.
Yeah. Told you I'm gonna get some windows put in.
Hey, new windows. Say hopefully to keep the heat out.
Yep. And the cool in. Man, 626 number. He's coming from like West Covina or some shit.
Oh, that's about that's over by me.
Yeah. Alright, I know we're gonna have a couple of distractions because, like I said, they're coming. I might even bring the laptop or the MacBook to the living room just to.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. That's the thing about it. You know what? Being at home, we homeowners, so we have to deal with certain things that renters ain't got to deal with.
Yeah.
They better call that maintenance man because we are the maintenance man.
Right. No, only difference is I ain't paying no one else's mortgage. I'm paying my own goddamn mortgage.
Hey, that benefits you in the long run.
Yeah.
Like, I feel the same thing, bro. I think becoming a homeowner made me realize how much you have at home and how much you can do in your own home. Like, it's your property. Can no one tell you, being a renter, especially out in San Diego, I couldn't even barbecue.
Yeah.
I'll barbecue the next week. I got a letter on my door. You can't do this. Smoke weed a lot.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Can't do that. So I was like, okay, you can't smoke in the house. I get it. I signed up for that. So I start smoking outside. Oh, you can't do that. What do you want me to smoke? I can't smoke in the streets. That's a DUI for the police. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I can't. When I realized that the rent was going up to 1,000, I think it was going up to 1,010 or something like that. Like something small. Well, at that time, it was small. Was pretty big because I wasn't making much money. I'm like, shit. Let's explore the housing thing, and I knew because of the VA loan, I'd have a low percentage and low mortgage, a monthly mortgage. So. And then now I'm only paying. I think I'm paying for my 4-bedroom, 2-bath house as much as someone's paying for a 1-bedroom apartment in LA. So,
which is ridiculous. I'm the same way. I'm paying for my 4-bedroom, 2-bath house, and I think I just seen something in San Diego for like $3,000, almost $4,000. I was like, damn. Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. And here's the thing, I got 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and I ain't got space for nobody else.
You can come for a couple days, but you ain't staying.
Yeah, you can stay in my guest room for a couple days, maybe like a weekend. I'll take that, but no one's moving in. if anyone, my mom's moving in. That's really it.
Oh yeah, parents don't count on the list. It's just random family members. You just can't come and invite yourself.
Especially when you don't come by often anyway.
Exactly. You know me, I got a cousin that's quite trying to come live with me, and it's I got 3 girls. Say nobody. My bedroom's occupied. I got my studio / podcast room.
Yeah, that's where he's gonna want to stay.
No, I think it just you don't have to pay that much rent, but it's like you gotta learn. You can't depend on nobody. You gotta learn how to be independent.
Yeah. That's how it is. This is basically how they did how they did me. My mom, she's just, nope, here you go.
Yeah, hey, you know what? Let's talk about that. Me and my wife were discussing, and I was telling her, I said, we came up with a thing where it's like we don't believe when our kids turn 18 or whatever just to shoot them out to the world. Because I left my mama house at 14. I left my mama house at 14 years old, bro. And I just felt like I was too young to leave the house.
Yeah.
You know, and it was
14.
like, what? Yeah. At 14, I left my mom. I had to ask her. I thought it was 16. I had to ask her when I left, and she was like, "You left at 14." But at the same time, we were struggling, and I just started hustling. And then I was like, I started making money. I started realizing how much rent was, and I was like, I'm gonna get on my own. When I started living on my own, I started realizing bills. I'm 14 years old, still going to high school, trying to play basketball, trying to make it to the NBA, playing AAU, putting up my own money. And I was like, this can't be life.
Yeah.
And I never put my kids out at 18 because, at 18 years old, you're still young. You don't know.
Nah, I mean, when I turned 18, I mean, I was still living with my dad, and I was still, I was still taking a bus, right? Until he got me a car. He got me a 1988 Toyota Corolla, and my mom ended up paying for the insurance, which I think she let lapse. So I don't know, but but you gotta learn on your own. Shit, I was street racing, and that's how I learned not to street race when I got a $400 fucking speeding ticket. And then I got I ended up with the failure to appear. So one day one night I was picking up my dad from the airport. He'd come back from the Philippines, and LAX police pulled me over where I was picking him up because I had a suspended license. I had a warrant for failure to appear. All right. And then that's when I realized it was a $400 ticket. So they were going to, if my dad wasn't there to save me, thank you, Pop. If it wasn't there to save me I would have been arrested and my car would have been impounded. But my dad's like, well, what if I drive the car home? Okay. Then I got to go home.
Yeah. See, that's like a DUI. Yeah, you're right. Because they're like, who's sober?
Yeah.
You are. You good to go.
Yeah. So, again, thank you, Pop. But yeah, man. You learn as in your youth. You learn, especially in my 20s. I learned a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And my dad was, you need to pay me some rent. I'm like, Dad, I'm sleeping on your couch.
That's what I'm saying. That's another thing. You turn 18, they want to foot you a bill so quick. You need to pay.
Yeah.
You need to pay
Yeah. I mean, after I turned 18, like after high school, even my plane tickets to the Philippines, I had to pay my own. That's why I haven't been in the Philippines for 25 years. I never have the time nor the money, and if I have the time, I don't have the money. If I have the money, I don't have the time. So it's like, I mean, shit. I don't remember when at Cannabis, I was my wife. Oh, we're gonna go to San Diego. We're gonna spend a couple. I think we're on spend a couple days, and you're telling me, well, go here and go here and go here. I'm like, Nick, we won't be there for 2 days, bro. Like, but honestly, that was it. That was just like we didn't have If we had the money to get a hotel room. You had the money, have a couple of dinners here and there, whatever the case might be. But again, once you spend that little bit of money you just saved, then you gotta go back. You gotta work on that savings again.
Yeah, and like you said, it's time and money. Those are two different damn things that it's hard to have at the same time.
Yeah.
Unless you're rich.
Yeah.
But even rich people, they got time and money, but they gotta spend some money. They time making money, and then when they do got the money, it's so much shit that you got to do. You can't always have both. I think America. That's the thing with America nowadays is that none of us can actually have the equal time and money. Everybody wants to travel. Everybody wants to see the world. Everybody wants to be free.
Yeah.
You'll think free don't mean free, but it don't really mean that.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, what can you do? Because like I said, I have some time and then I can't go do this and I have money. It don't act well. Now I got time, but I ain't got no money. I got 3 kids, a wife, a house, a mortgage. I don't have all of it in sync.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny though to me, as you're saying, talking about not having money and or time, and you keep doing this shit, and I see a fucking pinky ring on.
Oh, come on now, brother. Come on. Come on now. That's
hey, who told you to put them championship rings on?
Hey, this hard work right there. That's what that is. That's hard work.
Oh man.
I barely wear. I barely wear my jewelry.
You barely wear any jewelry at all. Like I remember that. Like you don't even wear watches.
No, and I got like 12 of them. I got like 12. Yeah. I think 12 to 15 watches.
Yeah, I got 3 of them dead.
Yeah, I barely wear. I still got a watch. I probably got a watch sitting around here right now. I barely wear them because I don't know. I think even sometime when I wear these rings, I wore them this weekend, and they felt heavy on my hand, so I took them off.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, I'm not gonna wear it.
It's just like me. Like my wedding ring is usually a silicone ring because I don't want it to be that heavy. And my wife don't like that. She's like, oh, well, you gotta have a little bling. I'm like, I'm good. That's for the wife. Like that's. I don't believe in me having bling on my fingers, and I don't wear. You see, I don't wear chains or nothing. Mm-hmm. I just don't see the point. But my wife, that's what she's into. So I'm gonna get her, $10,000 freaking diamond ring that, wedding set, whatever. She has big fat rocks on her shit. Yeah, because that's what she's into, and she's born in April. Her birthstone's diamond, so it's kind of fitting. But for me, I'm like, my birthstone's an aquamarine. Ain't nobody wearing no fucking aquamarine. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me. I'm not, what when I would come pick you up for lunch, I'm just wearing what? Just regular old jeans, chucks, and a t-shirt. Like
That's what I love about California people. It's the basics. I need to be comfortable. I don't need to be all flashy.
But some people are just like that though. They put on all the if you can afford all the labels, cool. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand the people who can't afford that shit, but they still gotta wear it.
Yeah.
It's like you gotta take care of your shit first. You gotta take care of the important stuff. You can't skip a bill just so you can get a fucking brand new pair of J's or whatever. Like
hey, J's is not another thing is J's is not that fucking expensive, bro. It's just people just make it seem because I got me, I got J's galore. It's just yeah. I got probably 20 pairs that's in the studio right now. And still, I got probably like 15 I ain't even wear yet.
But the thing is, you can afford it though.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
Well,
you're not going broke for a pair of J's.
Nah, hell no. Nah, I made sure all the bills is paid, all the food's in the house.
Yeah.
Whatever we gonna do with the kids or whatever, that's already paid for. Whatever's left over is left over.
Yeah. Yeah, and you and the wife, you also, y'all put together a good little plan, make a good little team for the family. That's really good too because some motherfuckers don't. I just don't understand it. Like when I see a couple and they're like, well, we're gonna do this, this. I'm like, I know you guys, y'all can't afford that shit. Like I know you can't afford to go to the next Dodger game, right? What how are you making it? Well, we're postponing paying this bill. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that?
No. Yeah. There ain't no postponing anything. If that's in case, if we could just get a little. That's in case you can still go to a Dodger game and just to wear the seats you pick,
or watch it on TV.
Yeah, you can always have a game night. I rather go spend that on food and snacks and put it on the side of the put it on a projector or something.
Yeah.
Watch the game, barbecue or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And let the kids have their snacks. We got our snacks, and we chilling as adults, drinking and smoking and having a good time. Versus actually going to the Dodger game. Now, I've been to a lot of Padres games versus the Dodgers, San Francisco, all that. I remember when they first opened up, bro. Me and my wife, we ain't had no kids then. We was in the cheap seat smoking weed while watching the Padres play. You still got a nice ass house though, bro. That's a nice ass house.
Yeah. Well, see, so I'm getting the windows done. Those are the 1987 windows up there. I mean, that's when this house was built, 1987.
87?
So this is the same windows they've had since then.
37-year-old windows.
But if you look at this house across the street, they got the new windows.
Which one? The gray one or the brown one?
This
gray
one here. Well, I guess it's gray. It looked blue, but from your perspective, it might be gray.
Okay, bluish gray. Now yours look blue. Maybe because
mine is like a darker gray with a lighter gray trim.
That's correct. All right, so I painted my house. It's called thin ice. So it's like a little blue, then like a little light gray. Like these walls behind me look white, but they're not really white. They're it's called thin ice, and I like it because it makes the room open.
Yeah. Hold on, they come up right here. How's it going? I have no cats. Yeah. It's all the pussy I need.
Yeah, that's what I started. Hey, I was like, I'm surprised he didn't have a comment after that.
How you doing, man? I'm Joseph.
Ray,
pleasure to meet you. This is Jonathan. He's training me right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we got 4 windows?
5 windows. How's it going?
Good. How are you, sir?
All right. Got my buddy on here. We're recording for our podcast right now.
Yeah?
Right.
Sounds good, man.
So
cool.
basically, we got these 2 windows right here.
Okay.
We come inside here.
Alrighty.
This window right here in the living room. And then we got a window here.
Okay.
And a window right here.
Random shit. Let's talk about what you need to talk. Let's talk about what you want to discuss.
Oh, man. Okay, yeah. So as a custodian, not going to name the district that I work for or the districts that I work for. But I do want to say this. I am getting tired of kids. I am starting to hate kids now. As much as I wanted to be a dad, as much as I love being an uncle, I hate kids.
That's a different. Other people kids and what you got to do, yeah, that's different.
Yeah, because if it was my own kids, it'd be a different story. I would know how to structure those kids, right? These kids don't know shit. It's like common sense is not being taught in schools.
Mm-hmm.
I walk into a pod, right? And then by pod, it's like a little room. It's like look like a half circle, and there's like maybe 6 classrooms inside that pod. Inside that pod, there's 2 benches. It's like a Z. And each side of the bench, there's a small trash can, and there's a bigger trash can. The really big trash cans off to the side. Literally, these people will they'll toss all their trash, all their food trash. And it seems like every single classroom, every single pod, every single hallway turns into the cafeteria. But they don't eat in the cafeteria. Tell me how to make that shit make sense. You know what I mean? Or there's outdoor seating near the cafeteria. They pack that up, no problem. But they go to every single classroom to eat too. But anyway, so I go to this pod and they literally have the small trash cans filled with all the food stuff. And if they do like Grubhub or DoorDash for McDonald's or for Wingstop or whatever, they still try to pile that trash. If they can't fit everything in that small trash can.
Who doing DoorDash and Wingstop for the kids or the teachers?
Yeah, the students.
They DoorDash their own food to the school?
Yeah, well, it's high school.
Okay, I can't say nothing. I used to order burritos when I was in high school.
But yeah, so I walk in and there's literally like a Wingstop bag or Del Taco bag, or yesterday was a McDonald's, the really big McDonald's bag sitting on the bench. I'm like, okay, and my thing is, let me go look at the big trash can and see if it's full. That shit's empty. do these kids not learn common sense? Hey, if the small trash can is packed, maybe we should put this big stuff in that other trash can. Or maybe you took all that trash and put it in the bigger trash can. Instead of the tiny trash cans that don't hold shit.
Yeah.
Or I go into a classroom and then there's a big sign that says no eating or drinking other than water. But then I see chip bags on the floor. I see candy wrappers on the floor. Oh, man, how many times I see baby wipes on the floor.
Baby wipes?
Yeah, well, I'm assuming it's like sanitizing wipes to wipe down, their tables or whatever the case. I call them baby wipes, but I think they're sanitizing wipes. Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I see Coke bottles and shit on the floor. Like, if you're a teacher, and this is why I'm getting tired of teachers too. If you're a teacher and you got a sign that says no eating or drinking other than water, but then I see with my own 2 eyes or 4 eyes, because I got 4 of them. You got more than just water on the floor. And like, wait a minute now. So you have a rule up there and you don't enforce it. It's your classroom. These teachers spend 8 to 10, maybe sometimes 12 hours a day in that classroom. And they're not enforcing shit. It's like, what are you teaching? And then why is it that I'm going to high schools and there's like construction paper and glue everywhere? And glitter, and I'm like, wait.
Were they making a project or something?
In science? In biology? You're gonna what are you making? When you have all the diagrams on the wall. Why do you need why do we but here's the thing, I don't care about all that. Just put all the trash in a trash can. It doesn't belong on the floor. And then another thing too is the most Karenest of teachers. The most fucking Karen of all teachers. They're the messiest people. The messiest fucking people.
Because they look at a janitor as like a maid.
Yeah.
When you're not, you're here to help clean up and make sure everything's sanitized for the school. But I don't need to clean it. The janitor can do it.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing too. So we have this thing. It's unofficial. It's kind of a social etiquette. We call it the custodial tax. If you were a teacher, Nick, sorry, Kushy. If you were a teacher, I don't know, whatever grade, let's say you had 13 Capri Suns sitting in the fridge. I think I told you about this already.
Yeah.
If I noticed 13, so guess what? I know that you're going to think there's 13 as well, right? You're going to know the count. So I'm not going to take one. Because sometimes maybe 13 is specific for how many kids you're going to give it to.
Yeah.
But if you got like 5 cases of Capri Sun in there, I'm taking one. Custodial tax. If you're having a pizza party in your classroom and you have 8 or 10 boxes of pizzas that, and maybe there's a couple slices left in one of the boxes, you're going to expect me as a custodian, because I'm taking all the trash out, to throw them all away.
Yeah.
But make sure you're offering or you're saving a couple of slices for the custodian who's doing the trash for you.
That's being considerate.
Custodial tax.
He said custodial tax.
Right? So check it out. So last night at the high school I was at, there was a board meeting in one of the rooms that I had to clean. Then there was an award ceremony going to the auditorium. Now, mind you, Monday I was at that same school in the morning setting up the auditorium so they can have this awards ceremony. Now, they had CV barbecue, which is... Oh! Yeah. CV barbecue. They had ribs. They had, I think, pulled pork, some brisket. They had barbecue baked beans, mac and cheese, and some veggie shit that they had put together that no one liked. So, all the board members got to eat. Everybody in the award ceremony got to eat. So students and so on and so forth. There was a lot of food left. But they invited security guards to eat. They invited other students to come eat who weren't even part of the ceremonies, weren't part of anything else. They were just, hey, come and eat, come and eat. Oh. You good? Oh my God, that's fast. So what happens from here?
So I'll turn in the measurements right now.
Okay.
Literally right now. You'll hear back from the store within 2 to 3 business days regarding everything. It's a very basic install. Like, this is super easy. Is it cool if I just get some access to the side, like you said, to take pictures? And that'll be it.
Yeah, if anything, I think there's a latch.
Okay.
But it's not locked or anything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So just wait to hear back from the store, bro. 2 to 3 business days. And then basically what's going to happen is now they have my unit sizes. They'll sell you everything within the unit sizes.
Mm-hmm.
And then once the product comes in, they'll call you the same way they scheduled this appointment. It'll be the same girls calling you to schedule to install. Might be us, honestly.
Cool.
Who knows?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Thank you
So much. Good luck with your podcast. Dude.
Yeah, thank you.
Care, man.
Hey, we appreciate it. So, like and subscribe.
Yeah.
You guys on YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube, Kings of Troof, TROOF.
Yeah, bro. Because that's all we do all day is just drive around. So
Yeah.
give us something to listen to. You on YouTube?
I'll text it to you.
All right, bet, bro. Thank you so much.
All right, well, thank you.
Yeah, send it over, man.
Take care.
Thank you. For sure.
He said for sure. Ain't got nothing else to do. Might as well.
But yeah, man. So they did all this. They invited everybody to eat and all this. And security guard talking about he had ribs and everything. But the one,
He shouldn't got a goddamn thing. I bet you he shouldn't. Yeah, he third party. I bet.
yeah, no, he not third party. He's part of the district, but
Okay.
still, it's like, wait a minute. All right, so everybody got invited to eat. You got 6 nighttime custodians, including myself. Probably shouldn't hit my mic like that, but
You can't do that. Yeah, you.
so 6 of us, and not one of us got called to come and get some food. But later on, after something like about 9:15ish, they called us to come clean up.
That's why they putting custodians at the bottom of the totem pole.
You know, and then on top of that, so we get there, okay, let's see if they got any food. You know, maybe, because they ain't really say whether it's food or not, right? We get there, there's a 1 plate off to the side with a couple of the rib bones. You know, the ribs, you know, you couldn't throw away your own fucking food, you know, your own trash.
That bothers me right there.
That pissed me off so much. I'm like, so you're gonna sit there and not invite any of us, but then you want us to clean up after your mess.
Yeah, I was about to say that. That's the part that's tripping me out. Like the cleanup. Just like I said, just because y'all custodians don't mean that I got to leave y'all extra mess. It's easier. It'd be basically, I would say, if I had a classroom, I'd be wanting y'all to just make sure y'all wipe stuff down so people don't get sick.
Yeah.
You know, vacuum and sweep, everything else. You got a lot of free time in that classroom. Kids can do that. Well, I did my assignment. All right, sweep the floor. And they teach them stuff to do at home also. Mm-hmm. But I don't think that, nowadays, I don't think that cleaning up is on the main agenda no more. Like, because you got you throw a kids party.
You don't have any more home ec. You don't have any more wood shop.
No.
They have a welding class at this high school, which is cool.
Well, that's good because welding. Because at my high school, San Diego High, we had the high school I went to in Wisconsin, it was radio television, which the same shit I'm doing now. Yeah. Like, it taught me production and taught me how to. So I was like, I like that. That's something I can get into.
Yeah.
When I came in San Diego High in my senior year, 0506, they had they was working on cars. So I took that class, but that teacher really didn't like me, and so he kicked me out like in 2 weeks. because I said I wasn't going to San Diego State. But at the same time, I'm like, bro, I'm looking at my options as far as sports. I don't need to commit. I'm only being here 2 weeks. I don't need to commit to San Diego State.
Yeah.
What if another school that gives me a different position, that gives me a bigger role? I want to go there.
Yeah.
You know, and
But where'd you end up at?
San Diego State. Bro, hey, at the end, I'll tell you why. All right, so there was Cal State Dominguez Hills in LA.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple Bay Area schools, but I was looking for like USC, UCLA. I wasn't looking at Cal Poly. I wasn't looking at, they all still D1.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't getting no time on TV. I need to be, I don't care if I'm being a bench player clapping for everybody. Put my ass on TV. I need to be. But I went to state, played with Steve Fisher, and then I had a thyroid abscess out of 2 in my neck. And they told me I'd be healed in like 6 months. So I'm thinking I actually had that surgery on Christmas. I remember on Christmas I woke up, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Christmas Eve I went in for the surgery. I woke up on Christmas Day with a tube in my neck. And that's when they told me I couldn't play for a year and a half. And like, this is like a career-ending injury. When you shoot the basketball, you're going to feel like you shot 100 times. And I started feeling that, like after 15 shots, my shoulders would just be stressed out. And I was just like, nah, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep trying. And then I kept trying, and then I started eating edibles. I didn't even smoke weed then. I started eating edibles because one of my friends was like, bro, you just don't take that medicine. It's not going to heal you. Start eating edibles. So I started eating edibles. When I came back the next year, they was like, look, go to City College. Do 2 years there. Your freshman year ain't even, we had red shirt your freshman year, so it don't look like you even went here.
Yeah.
Go do 2 years of JUCO and then come back. When I did the 2 years at City College, it kind of made me depressed because San Diego High is right here and right next, across the street, around San Diego High was City College.
Yeah.
Like a kid again. Like I just went to here, now I'm back here.
Yeah. And
that's when I was like, man, okay. And then everybody, and my brother got shot like eight times, and everything started going down. You know, Pops lost his job. I'm like, man, I got to get out here and get a job. Man. I got to do something. And some told me go to the marijuana industry. Go to the marijuana industry. And I was like, I ain't like being a bud to him. But then at that time, you know, people had their own weight. So I'm already selling weed on the street. So I'm like, hey, man, I'm selling weed, you know, anyway. So fuck it. I'm in the marijuana industry. This is like go hand in hand now.
Yeah.
I can learn everything from the marijuana industry, and then whatever I was taught in the streets, it only helped me get to who I am today. You know, 17 years fucking later, I'm still in the damn industry. And
But talk about the time where you were at San Diego State, and a certain superstar ended up taking your spot.
Kwani Leonard. That's so funny to you. You like that shit. Actually, we were supposed to play together. And it's funny because my homeboy Malcolm Thomas, who got drafted 2nd round by the Spurs, because Kwani went late first and Malcolm Thomas went 2nd. Malcolm Thomas, we both was at City College, and he was going there to get to State, and I was already at State. And he was there, and he was going to City College, and I had to go back for the surgery. Like I said, for the surgery, after the surgery shit. And I just felt like there was a lot of stress on my body at that time. Really, just like going to the gym, lifting weights. I couldn't lift how I want to. You can't bench what you want to bench. It's all. They put me on just circuit workout where I just hit this machine, and then, but I can't heavy lift. You know, and it was kind of weird because like I like heavy lifting. I like I like doing squats. I like heavy, all that. So my game had to change.
Yeah.
So I had to become a role player, you know, and which I had no problem being a role player. I love being a role player. So, you know, pick and rolls and don't really shoot unless you feel it, you know, and sometimes I felt that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was just letting them go. It was going in. But it took time just to redevelop that strength right up in here because of my surgery. I had 25 right here, 35 right there. So it was like, I just remember my neck felt like it was tied down with a shoestring. So that's why I'll tell you, ever notice I stand like this a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You be like, yeah, like, yeah. I got used to that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like, it was a time where, like you said, in high school, you got to make sure the people you're around and people you talk to are genuine people. Because that guy I first met, he said, go to San Diego State and I help you, this. And I was like, bro, you can't make me commit nowhere. I'm from Wisconsin. I just left Wisconsin, moved out here. You never know. I might want to go back home and play basketball. I might want to go to, I was getting recruited by D1 schools. It's just that I was like, State was my number one. I just didn't tell him. State was like my number one because I was coming out here and living by my dad. My father's first time I lived with my father. I'm 17 years old and I never lived the whole time. My first time with my father and shit. So I was like, going to State was cool because then I could play State and Pops can come to the home games and he ain't got to travel and none of that. But then after the surgery, that's what he was just like, what you gonna do, son? Like, you got to have a fallback plan. What you going to school for? I was going to school for psychology. I ain't want to be no damn psychologist.
People choose psychology when they can't figure out what else they want to do.
That's the point. In my head, I'm going to either go overseas or go to the Navy. I'm not caring about education. I just got a free ride to school. Yeah. So I'm collecting money while playing basketball. So, and I was just like, okay, I'm good. I'm going for psychology. I was taking psychology classes. I was listening. But it also helped me with other issues, how to deal with people, how to talk to people. It made me realize that everybody is going through something. And you never know if they woke up on the right side of the bed or the wrong side of the bed. You don't know what they had yesterday or what their life situation doing. All of us don't meet up in the middle, but we all have something in common. Yeah. And it's like who we all. So I was like, okay, I like that. So help me out on basketball too, how to figure out players. This player don't like this. This player don't like that. You don't want to do this. You don't want to do that. Okay. I'm going to sit back and analyze them, like some psychology shit. But it helped me out. But then, yeah, fucking Kawhi Leonard and Michael Thomas both went to the league. And I kept telling myself, if I was healthy, that was me. Yeah. I don't care. No, that was me. Yeah. That was me. Because I was the defensive guy. I was the one who hunt you down on defense. I was the one who defense win games. You know? Yeah. Anybody can score. As long as we passing the rock around and catching the open guy with the open shot, anybody can score, but defense wins games. As long as we lock down. And I want the best player from 5'2" to 7'1". I want to guard the best player. I played against the Lopez twins. That was a good game and the worst game for me. I never played against two 7-foot giants. Right? And I think I had 12 points. I was averaging like 18, 20 points a game at that time.
Was that Brooke and what's his name? Robin?
Yeah, Brooke and Robin. Up here in LA. We was up in LA at a tournament at Cal State Dominguez Hills. We was at this tournament and they had all these people that was like, oh, this person going to the league, this person going to the league. And I'm just like, my name ain't on that list. I'm just regular. But I know I'm going to go, whoever they point out and what team they point out. When everybody was go back to the hotel, I stay and watch the games. I stay and watch every team, who they was playing, and be like, okay, oh, that's dude number 10 that say, okay. Lopez twin came out. I said, they both 7 foot? And they twins? The fuck is they mama eating?
Right.
I'm curious now. Does this run in their blood? Is everybody else in the family 7 foot, 8'9"? This shit just don't make no. It ain't long too, so I beat Robin, think I got something. Here come Brooke. I beat Brooke, think I got Robin. Here come Robin. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, you beat one and the other one's right there. And they both 7 foot. I'm 6'5". Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But then I start noticing certain things like, you can do inside on them. You can shoot inside on them all day.
Oh yeah, because they don't have good coverage. No. I mean, up high, yeah, maybe, but down low, they
get them in that inside. I got them. But I say to the kids right now, bro, go live your dream because life is short. You know, you ain't got to go to the league. You ain't got to go to the pro, but you got to find something to do and follow your passion. Because right now, us doing the podcast and me being into producing and you being into editing, and that still was multimedia back in the days. If we would have learned that, we would be bigger than what we are right now.
Well, that's the funny thing, because I've gone to, like I said, I've worked at these schools, you know, whether it's in Palm Springs and Cathedral City and Rancho Mirage, or if I go to the schools here in Indio and Palm Desert. You know, I see certain schools have certain things going on. Like a lot of these schools now, a lot of them teach film. Like Palm Springs High School, they got a film class, and then they got like inside that film class, they got a bunch of IMAX, and then they got one corner where there's a green screen and they got the teleprompter, and they've got a camera pointed at it, and so they got a whole thing going on. So, you know, if you want to learn, you know, production, TV film production, it's right there.
That's dope, because that's futuristic stuff. Because you can make. That's what influencers do now. They literally record themselves, edit themselves. That's a production.
Yeah.
And then you got people who do skits. That's TV. That's a movie. You can do anything nowadays to make money.
It makes me want to rearrange my man cave to put a green screen back here and do what we do, our little podcast.
Man, my wife said that. I told her the same thing. So behind me is white, right? I got the little ficus over here, and she was like, I said, I want a green screen. She was like, no, that's old. You got to look more modern. I'm like, well, I got to look more modern now. What's wrong with the green screen?
Nah.
But she like, the green screen is like what they did back in the days. Now it's a scenery. So now, like you said, you can still switch up your man cave, but just make the scenery.
Yeah, but I mean, if you did the green screen, you can design what's back there. Or in this case, because we can share the screen, you know what I'm saying? But the problem is you share my screen, you're going to see a bunch of folders. But if you share your screen, you could probably, set up a whole new other, background and shit.
Yeah, and plus on my screen, you're going to see a bunch of music shit. You're going to see a bunch of, like, beats and programs. And, like, it ain't just, like you said, at the end of the day, you're going to see a bunch of folders. And that's what it really boils down to. Because we always work in multimedia. So we're working.
Yeah.
Not just always. This is something that's fun, just doing the podcast.
Yeah. Plus, you know me, I've been doing my videos for, how long? I've been doing my videos since like 2018, 2017, and originally my videos were nothing but just a bunch of, like a big old photo dump. You know what I mean? And it just evolved into what it is now. But it's like I'm constantly doing something. Like if you look at my phone now, I'm probably at like 98%, 99%. The capacity and shit, because I'm always doing something. Or if I'm like, I see a video, I download it, I screen record it, whatever, and I'm like, I gotta do something on this. I gotta do something. I'm like, right now I'm working on like 3 different projects. You know what I mean? Because it's just like I'm constantly doing something. But yeah, I go to these schools and I see, let's say that the green screen, and there's at Palm Springs High specifically, there's a green screen, 2 stools. They got the microphone, like one microphone. It looks like it's at like knee level.
Okay.
And they got the little fuzzy thing on top of it.
Yeah.
And they got the teleprompter and they got a camera. So I think they probably do like a
news or something. Huh?
Yeah, for the school.
And that makes sense, because everything they just said, I'm like, all I made is a teleprompter. Then I can put a TV up with some words on it. That's a teleprompter.
Yeah. Well, also you can get you can use free programs like internet-based programs that are that'll work as it basically it's a teleprompter. You just type in the words and you hit the space bar and it'll start moving. You could do shit like that. Like if we're to do right here and I hit the space bar and I could repeat. My issue is I'll fucking read that shit and I'll fucking stumble on my own words. But ultimately at the end of the day, it's like you have everything that you need is internet based pretty much. You can find everything you need. I'm trying to figure out how we can get ourselves side by side But that's a whole different situation. That's a whole different discussion. But we'll
get there. We'll get there. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's something we can I can research. I can research that too and figure out what's to do by side by side.
When I was watching the first episode, and it's basically, we see you, and then we see me in this tiny thing, but you can hear my voice. I mean, at the end of the day, that's all I care about. So I don't care. I don't really care to be seen. You can see me in my YouTube channel by myself.
Nah, but it's still, like I said, I'm still working on the whole podcast board I got. So I'm still working on that. And once I get that set up, then I told you I already got a camera, so we always come together and set up something like that.
Yeah.
Then we'll just go from there. But it's, like you said, let's get the first, 3, 4, 5 out the way, get it going, and then just really take off. Yeah. Hey, I got a question though. Have you heard about that American Idol singer?
Abby Carter?
Yeah, from India.
I never heard of her until the other day.
I mean, she's young still.
But I heard she's making it like what, semifinals or some shit like that.
Yeah, the top 3.
Let me look her up real quick.
Yeah, from India. She from India.
That's what I heard from the local news, that she was from India. India hosts parade concert for Abby Carter a day ago. Well, I'm nice if I would have known that.
Well, I'm telling you now. So,
right. Just let you know.
I feel like she a singer and a songwriter, so she's doing covers right now. But I still think that's good publicity for her.
Well, I mean, it's American Idol. You're gonna be doing covers regardless.
Yeah, and and as long as you can cover those covers, she is a singer and a writer. So I feel like singing is the only thing she got to focus on. Remember the lyrics. She's a writer already, so she's gonna remember.
Yeah. It says Abby Carter is coming back home this time for a very special filming of American Idol Hometown Edition. Carter, an Indio native, managed to stay within the top 3 this week after she received enough votes from the public to move into the show's next round.
So you got to vote. Everybody in India got to vote for her, man. She wins, and everybody vote.
Yeah. It'd be nice if I knew what to. I don't even watch American Idol, to be honest with you.
I do and I don't. I just watch, I don't watch the whole TV show. I watch the highlights of everything now just to see what. And then when I was watching, I was like, "Oh, I got something. Man, Ray got to talk about this because she's out there in India, and she."
No, well, for me, it's like I remember the first season of American Idol. My dad and I were watching it. It was on Fox 11 in LA. My dad and I were watching it, and I remember this one person saying, and Simon Cowell was like, "Do you have a voice coach?" And she's like, "Yeah." "And do you have a lawyer?" She's like, "Yeah." "You should take that lawyer and sue your voice coach." I kid you not, bro. Like, every time American Idol would pop up after that, my dad would, he would keep bringing it. "You should sue your voice coach." Whenever we go karaoke singing with some of his friends, "You should sue your voice coach." Oh man, but no, and then after a while, I just got tired of it, and then I would watch The Voice.
Yeah,
and then, if you look at the success rate from the American Idol and The Voice, you have more people coming out of American Idol and becoming singers and actually being successful. Whereas The Voice, I don't think anyone has come out of The Voice.
Mm-hmm. Not as much, because American Idol guarantee you a contract. It guarantee you songs, and plus people could write songs for you. So it was like a contract guarantee. And most of the people that came out of American Idol actually did good. Yeah. Did great for them in their career.
There was a girl that she was a country singer. She came off the Voice, and her name was something Ray something. I don't know, but she's not very known. She didn't win the Voice. I can't remember her name. But yeah, so she's been coming out with she came out with a couple albums. But again, she's not as famous as like let's say Kelly Clarkson or Carrie Underwood or people who came from American Idol. So
yeah, because they get that they already developed their fans off of when they won, and then they just come out with their album. People gonna buy because they know she can really sing, she can blow.
Yeah,
or he can sing, he can blow. And there's a lot of great people that came out of there, but it's just that their careers, I think, like don't last as long. Some don't, like Ruben Studdard. He didn't last as long.
Ruben Studdard.
When Ruben Studdard, he didn't last that long.
I got
You got Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah.
She one of the most famous out of there.
No, I'm gonna show you something real quick. I'm gonna text it to you. If it'll download, god damn it. Alright, fuck it.
Them damn androids.
No, I have a reason why I don't want a damn. Only reason why I want an iPhone is because of the damn MacBook. Other than that, iPhone's just evil. It's like cats.
Hey, cats will scratch the shit out you, boy.
Well, not only that, but for me, cats. I feel like cats are aliens. I don't think they're real animals.
They based the alien.
Yeah. His name is Preston Pohl, and so every time he came out to sing, people thought that was me. And let me tell you another story. So my wife and I were at a party. One of her friends having like an 80s themed birthday party or whatever.
They want you to dress like this?
Well, I had on like these lady jeans, right? They're all striped and like tiger striped and shit. My wife got them for me from Torrid. And then I had this neon shirt, and I had Ninja Turtles hat on. And that was my 80s theme, right? I walked in. Anyway, so my wife and I are on the dance floor, just, dancing or whatever. And this girl, small little Mexican girl, walks up, and she's like, hey. Comes up, and she's trying to grab my hand. She's like, hey, how you doing? Well, I'm like, hi. And my wife is right here, right? And then she's like, what are you doing here? I'm like, what? Who the fuck are you? And she's like, aren't you from The Voice? The guy that's... I'm like, are you trying to say I'm Preston Pohl? And she's like, oh, you're not? I'm like, no, I'm not. And my wife is right here. So here, woo. So then she's like, oh my God, he looks just like him. Blah, blah, blah. So here's the thing. Not too long after that, I met Preston Pohl. He was in Bermuda Dunes. Well, he was in Palm Springs, staying in Bermuda Dunes, but he was recording in Palm Springs. And it was like after you leave The Voice, you get voted off or whatever. You leave The Voice, you stick around and you still go back to the studio, and then you join in. Sometimes they'll bring you in to sing with the other artists.
That's dope.
So he's recording in Palm Springs, staying in Bermuda Dunes. I'm living in Bermuda Dunes, and I met him. I was working at Best Buy here in La Quinta, and he walks in, and right away I see him from across the store. Preston Pohl. He's like, yeah, and I'm the only one that recognized who he was. And man, I wish I had the picture still. But him and I took a picture next to each other.
You like his big brother?
Basically. And people were always like, every time he went on stage, like, my wife's friends, they watched it with us. Like, Ray, you're on stage. I'm like, I know.
It's here comes Uncle Ray. That ain't Preston P. That's Uncle Ray.
Yeah, man. So I'm like, man, I wish I was on The Voice. Probably make it to like the third cut. Hey,
The Voice, all them TV shows pretty dope. But I believe they should have just a songwriter one. Let songwriters, because there's a lot of songwriters that don't get recognition.
Yeah. Yeah.
And let them come out and do songs.
Yeah.
It probably won't sound the same as the main artist, but you can hear the authentic talent out of them. And I think that's what they should do. Let the songwriters come on there and do their song. Because I remember, think about Neo. And Neo used to write for Beyonce, and no one knew who he was.
Yeah.
And then when he came out, he didn't know how to write songs that it fits him and who to write for. He didn't even know how to figure it out.
Like he was literally just writing them.
He was just writing them. Because when you're a writer, you don't hear your voice. Other people hear other people's voices. So when you write it, you just write in your style.
Yeah. You
don't hear it like, even when you do content, you can write a movie script right now, but until you hear it in the people's voices, then you like, you fit that character, you fit this one. So it'll be like, okay, cool, make these songs and people fit.
Yeah.
All of a sudden now he come out as an artist. It's just like, as he come out as an artist, it's kind of hard for him to gain fame base. People got to say what he did. Oh, I used to write for so-and-so, I used to write for so-and-so.
Yeah.
Then they're like, oh, I like you. But like, hey, man, you never know. Well, let these songwriters come out.
So, speaking of that, T-Pain has been writing a lot of country music.
I can hear that.
So he's been writing a lot of country music, and apparently what's going on is he prefers not to be recognized for writing the music anymore. He's like, just give me the check.
Because you got to think about, remember back in the days where it was, he don't want...
No, but here's the thing. His explanation behind it is because there's a lot of racism when it comes to black people writing country music. That's what he said.
Well, that's where he from the South. Maybe he see a different opinion.
Yeah.
Tallahassee, Florida. They what is their country music? Majority of country music, to me, there is a lot of black people that made country music. There's black people that did rock and roll. Look at Jimi Hendrix. How many black people you see with a guitar today?
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So really, it's easy to just write your lyrics and rap, but it's different to actually use instruments.
Yeah.
So therefore, they don't use no instruments. But yeah, I mean, it's not for modern blacks. Country, you can. They try to say it's not. Like they try to say there's no black cowboys. And history show you there's black cowboys.
Yeah.
So therefore, you gotta realize there's country music every black person used to make. We made rock and roll. We made funk.
Well, it's funny. It's funny we say that because I remember one time when I was working at Home Depot in Indio, this guy named I'm gonna say his name. His name is William Stucker. I don't give a fuck. Probably still riding a bike all throughout Indio. I don't give a shit. Anyway, so this guy, Darius Rucker's on the overhead. And it's like, I forgot the name of the song. It was Alright, yeah. Anyway, so that song's on where I'm singing along to it, whatever. And William Stucker looks at me and he's like, this ain't country. I'm like, what do you mean? This sounds exactly like country. Oh, Darius Rucker can't be country because he's black. I'm like, how does that fucking make any sense? And then now in 2024 you got shit at least 10 country artists that are like fairly popular. Fairly.
Yeah. I mean, they get mad, but Beyonce put out that country album. They mad at her. And she ain't. No. Let's differentiate here, though. You know what I mean? That's just. Hey, listen though. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you gonna go up to date music, country with up to date hip hop sound, I say as a producer, shit is dope because there been times when I don't flip the country beat, right, into a hip hop beat and put it out, and like you said, the response is dead. And I'm like, I swear this is dope. Like this is Johnny Cash. I just sampled a Johnny Cash and made it into a trap beat. Like this is dope.
Yeah.
But then you'll notice you don't get no feedback, and you'll be like, that's some bullshit. No feedback from that.
No, for me personally, Beyonce's country album is still very pop.
Yes.
The only reason why Beyonce's country album has so many, hits or it's not. I mean, why it's so popular is because it's Beyonce. It's not because it's a country album. Right? It's not. That's just my personal opinion. Because
I would say the production. I would say it's her production though. Like like I said, as a producer, you listening to the recording engineer. You listen to everything. When you record and you do certain stuff in music, you listen to the mix and mashing of the beat, her vocals, the words sitting there, everything. You be like, yo, this is crazy. The whole production is dope. Versus rap, most of this production ain't nothing but some auto-tune, bro. It ain't that much into it.
No, rap. Man, I stopped listening to rap a long time ago. I mean, you know me, I listen to mostly reggae music.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that, to me, and I'll be honest, a lot of reggae music sounds the same.
It's most of the tempo.
No. I mean, but even then, like, if you listen to, I can't use Collie Buddz as an example because Collie Buddz to me is his own sound. But there are a lot of bands out there like, let's see. There's Tomorrow's Bad Seeds. I listen to a lot. They're from L.A. from Hermosa Beach. Now you got Fortunate Youth, and you can tell who Fortunate Youth is because the lead singer's voice has it just sounds different. But then you pull in a band called Three Legged Fox. They sound exactly like Tomorrow's Bad Seeds. You know what I mean? And so many bands because X, Y, and Z are doing it now that all of a sudden here comes A, B, C, and D doing the same exact style, same exact this, same exact that. So. And then after a while too, the lyrics get old. You know what I mean? Cause how many times in one album can you talk about weed and Babylon?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm trying to get something to eat because I'm fucking hungry. So reason why I'm not really convinced on Beyonce's country album is because there's so many other black country artists that have come out before her that don't have the same push.
Oh no, I'm saying that if you think about it right now, she flipping the lady at her statue, right? What she's doing right now, she flipping it. She's flipping it. I believe she's just trying to make a statement. Like you said, the black people in their country, she's trying to make a statement. I'm gonna make a country album. I don't care how y'all feel about it, what you don't like about it. I'm gonna flip it my way, and it's gonna pop.
Yeah.
And I think, like, even then, if you think about it, like, why T-Pain said he don't want nobody to know he making country music? Because if it said it's written by T-Pain, guess what? They not even going to buy it.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw my video when I did this. Did I even post it? I don't think I posted it. But anyway, I was basically saying, like, you got 10 other artists that do, black artists that do country music. There's a guy named Shabuzi. And he
that just sounds like a nigga name. Shabuzi. Where's Shabuzi at? Tell Shabuzi come over here and get these greens, man.
He's doing he has a own like country version of how's that guy's name? Mims?
Yeah.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Oh, that was Jaquan.
Jaquan. So, anyway, so then Shabuzi is everybody's at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody's at the bar getting tip. Like, he made it a country song. I love that version a whole lot more than fucking Jaquan. Especially because Jaquan at the time couldn't even get in the club in the first place because he was too young.
Yeah.
He was only 16. But my whole thing is, if you can take a rap song like that and turn it country, you have my respect because that's a whole different genre that, number one, like we're saying, it's like there's a lot of racism that goes into it because they don't want to see black people in country. But my thing is, if you can't see, if you think that it's only white people that do country, then you got an issue,
I mean, that's stupid because all music is music. Music don't have no race. I mean, everybody make music. Like all over the world, everybody got their own type of sound.
There's a lot of Hawaiians that are making country music because the Hawaiians that live in the base of the backcountry of the islands, they consider themselves country. I mean, walking in cowboy boots and hats and everything too.
See, that's it. See, that's the thing. That's country. Mm-hmm. You know, and I mean, if you're from the South, you can make country. I'm just gonna say that. What is country? The same area that they're at. Mm-hmm. Tennessee, a big country state. Mississippi, big country state. Louisiana, big country state. Texas is too. So if it's from their neck of the woods and what they had to grow up and what they had to hear, they should be able to make it. Music should be music. I think that's why you got other genres got to step into other lanes, and people got to step into other lanes.
There's a Mexican guy in LA that makes country music, and he has a song called I think it's like Border Girl or She's from the Border or something like that. Like,
wow. So you're talking about San Diego?
It's hilarious, bro. Like, but again, it's just like any other genre of music. Mm-hmm. That's why we got white boys that, you know, not even from the hood, they're from the suburbs, rapping. Little Dicky, fucking Yellow Wolf.
You an old school Yellow Wolf. I mean, I think it's just a narrative they push now. Yeah. All of them, like, and a lot, if you notice, a lot of them come and go real fast.
That's
like
crazy, bro.
Gun Kelly.
Yeah. Oh, he's rock now, isn't he? Or is he still rap?
He rap here and there, but it's like he ain't put out no album in a long time.
He plays the guitar. He's got his pink hair. Mm-hmm. And he's fucking Megan Fox. Mm-hmm. I mean, how much more do you? I mean, I wouldn't mind having pink hair and playing the guitar and fucking Megan Fox. Right?
Why you say it like that?
But my emphasis will be fucking Megan Fox. I'm just like, or Megan Good. Give me Megan Good. I'll be good with that too. So
I just think that sometimes you come out, you don't put it out as an artist. Sometimes that's what it is. Like, you just gotta constantly put out music. Once you put out an album, it's not like the old school days where it sits. Like back in the days when the album came out, that lasted a year. Mm-hmm. You're gonna play that for the whole year. Now an album come out, it's good for the weekend.
That's
it's
it.
Good. Yeah, that's it. I heard the song before. I know what it says. And then it's on to the next song.
What I hate about the radio in general is that they like to play shit out. It'd be the top 5 over and over and over and over and over. It's like, I remember it was explained to me that radio stations pay for the royalties, licensing to play the music. And I never understood why. Like, why? So in order for your music to be played on my radio station, I need to pay for your licensing. Mm-hmm. So if I didn't pay for your licensing, that means I can't play your music on the radio. So you don't get radio play. Like, it to me never made any sense.
Well, that was just a form of advertising. Well, it was like, if you want to get the spins at the correct time, you want to be when everybody in traffic. You want your song right then. The more people hear it, the more they like the song. And some, like you said, some songs wasn't getting spins in certain area. California is a big area.
Why am I as a radio station have them pay for your licensing?
Because you got the airwaves. You control. It's like the movie theaters. You know how you go to the movie theater, in order for them to get it, they got to get the light. They have all this to show the movie. The radio's like that with music. The radio is the one that's going to have to play the music. They get more spins. Like, it's like YouTube plays now. You know, back in the days, there were no YouTube plays, so they had to give it to somebody. Imagine if they pay you to put their music out on YouTube and then you get paid off. You know, but you got to pay them for that. And if somebody making money, you can make some money. Yeah. I'm paying for your license, and I can spend it on my YouTube page, and it's getting views. I'm gonna make some money too, just like that.
It's all about money. At the end of the day.
And radio players was back in the days. It was the best players. That means, like you said, if you was driving.
But see, they used to make it to where radio stations would charge you, the artist, or the recording, the record company. They would charge you for like it's pay for play.
Yeah.
Right, but they made that shit illegal. So then to turn around and say, all right, well now you as a radio station have to pay the licensing for this to play this song.
There's some artists who just now making their money.
Yeah.
Like, they probably been fucked over radio. You gotta look at the deals that happen, like
well, I think they're getting fucked over in their contracts more than. Anyway, yeah, so I hate them kids. Oh man, fuck your kids. Bringing it back to that subject, middle school kids suck. That's the worst. That's the worst. High school kids, they make a mess, but their attitudes when you talk to them, they're very respectful. Compared to middle school kids, compared to elementary school kids. Elementary school kids are still at the age where they're still trying to figure shit out, right? But when they get to middle school, they want to prove something to you. In my mind, I'm like, you have nothing to prove because you still have a lot to learn. But yeah, I was at a middle school in Desert Hot Springs, and the lead custodian there likes to hold the kids accountable. Hey, clean up after yourself. This is your mess. That's the table you're sitting at. Clean up after yourself. This one kid is like, man, why you always gotta tell me something? Why you always gotta tell me something? And lead custodian's like 62. He's like, because it's your mess. Clean your mess. That's all. So this kid got in his face. He's like, why you always gotta tell me? And so I stepped in. And then the lead custodian, short little Mexican dude, he's like, Ray, go away. Go back up over there. I'm like, okay. If you want to get your ass beat by a little kid, don't call me then. But nah, man, it's like, these kids, man, they're just, they just don't know how to respect adults.
They're teenagers. Middle school, they're teenagers. 13, 14, 15.
Yeah. No, I get it. But, I always say that discipline starts from the house. It starts from home. You know what I'm saying? If and I'm sure, you understand this because you got 3 of your own, right? If they leave the house acting a fool, you're gonna deal with it when you get home. The shit that as a kid, that's what I dealt with. You know what I mean? But I don't know, man. These kids, I just feel like a lot of these parents are doormats.
I would say some kids act out. You never know what they seeing at home. You get what I mean? That's the key thing. You never know what they going through at home. You don't really know their parents. You see them drop them off. Everything look glorious. Everybody dropping their kid off with some bye, see you later. And pick their kid up, they bad as hell at school. And the thing about it, you don't know what their kids see at home. But sometimes they hash out when they at school. They just they so much energy and they just, I don't want to be here, and they gonna lash out. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's just like you said, some kids don't know. They don't have no discipline at home.
No.
Think about it. You know how long I have to work. I got 3 kids, but I still got to work these long ass hours. So it's like when I get home, I only got a couple hours, 3-4 hours to be with my kids, and then on my days off, I got all my time. But it's like when you work so much, and when they're at home, they got cool when they're at home. They cool. Let me get this. Let me be there. As long as I get to play the game and do whatever I want, I'm good. As long as I be good.
Yeah.
They lash out when they go to school. You ain't their mama. They know that. You just a teacher. But they're teenagers. That's that age where
No, I know.
Your body is transforming, and
exactly. And they got so much testosterone going on. But here's my thing too, and I told you this is in Desert Hot Springs. So Desert Hot Springs, you've heard the rumors. You've heard what people say about Desert Hot Springs. It's ghetto. It's this. It's that. It's not the same Desert Hot Springs as it was back in the 90s. It's not the same Desert Hot Springs that you hear drive-bys every night. It's not the same Desert Hot Springs, but these kids' mindsets are stuck on that old school Desert Hot Springs. Something that they never knew because they weren't born at the time.
Yeah.
But again, it starts from the home. Like when I see a white boy wearing Dickies and his socks all the way up, I'm like, look in here, little Palmer. I don't want to say his first name, but let's just say his name is Trevor. Trevor Palmer. You over walking around looking like a cholo. You don't know nothing about that. Mama's at home. She's she's barely home because she's always working. Grandma's always picking him up for school. You know what I mean? It's like you don't know nothing about this. But he's dressed like all the other kids in the school. Got the Dickies, got the socks up to his neck. You know what I'm saying? Got the Ben Davis and the.
Oh Lord!
That's how these kids are dressed up, and I'm just and then when I found out from that school, out of all the kids, there's like 500, 600 kids in the entire school, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Out of all of them, two from 8th grade are connected to one of the gangs in Desert Hot Springs. Two of them out of 600.
Yeah,
but they're all dressed like they're all gang affiliated.
That's just an image that sometimes that image that'll make you what you are. Because like I said, it's gonna go the wrong way when your ass out and about and you look like that and somebody try you. Because some people ain't letting you go.
I'm just thinking that because like half the time it's especially in the middle schools, a lot of these middle schools and high schools, you see like the last period, the last 2 periods, just kids walking around the campus. I'm like, why don't you just go back to class? Oh, it's boring in class. I'm like, well, I mean, aren't you bored out here? Ain't shit to do out here because everybody's inside, fucking quiet in class, learning. You dumbass. Learning.
I just tell you, it's bored. Prison. You can't skip that. You can't just walk down the hallways when you want to in prison or in jail.
You stuck on a bunk.
You stuck on, You got to realize certain things. Enjoy your freedom. But education is key.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's my thing. I didn't like school half the time either. And the classes that I did, I eventually in high school, I was able to control what classes I took. And then, they're like, well, you need to either take what did they tell me? You need to either take a foreign language or take a performing arts. I'm like, I'm not no actor, and I'm not going to prance around on the freaking stage. He's like, yeah, but you can choose choir. I'm like, choir? What's my other option? He's like, foreign language. I'm like, sign me up for choir. Sign me up.
Hope for somebody.
So I go in there, me, you. Fucking like on American Pie. Bumblebee.
Hey, then they just doing sounds like it doesn't matter. What's that? I was getting my bird chirp on. Hit that octave. Just in case I need to hit that octave, all right?
That bird chirp. Oh, man. But yeah, man, fucking high school kids, middle school kids. I told my wife this morning, I'm like, yeah, I'm still willing to adopt a child, but fuck them kids.
You gotta realize school is different. I mean, you've been to school. You was there one day. You was there before. You know how it was, man. You know, and you knew some people struggled and other people was doing this, but you knew your friends. You gonna have some comedians in there. You gonna have some people who's like, "Fuck it, fool. I'm just here to
fuck it, fool.
Fuck it. I'm just here to roam around." That's it. Because I was in high school and that was me, bro. When high school got bored, and I was downtown San Diego and they had no gates where they locked us in. I just looked. I was always going to the gym. Just take off because there was no fence or nothing. Just I walk right out the front, across the street, and walk straight down to the trolley and go home. I'm out of here. Listen, man, it was boring today.
You said hop on a trolley.
Yeah, hop on a trolley. I'm out of there.
Hey, it's funny because I'm thinking about like, yeah, y'all do have trolleys out there.
You got trolleys right. You look at the Charlie outside the house, right around the corner, boy. We'll just sit there, boom. Or on Tuesday, skip on Tuesday, Balboa Park free. Man, I wait till somebody go in. Oh, that was my auntie. Oh, you good to go. I was already tall, so they ain't think about it. I was like,
man.
Go ahead and go, sir. Good looking. But yeah, kids is, you can't, like I said, it's hard to be a parent now. You know, especially with you got to work, you got to feed, you know.
And technology. I think technology gets in the way too.
Yeah. I mean, it depends how you use technology. That's the thing. Like, my kids like nerds. They're gamers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they like to get on there and look up, you know, they all the games they play there. Their Roblox and Minecraft and all that, and how to build this and how to do that, and then make their own.
It's funny you bring that up. It's funny you bring that up about, you know, the gamers, and I think this is how we should end this episode too.
What?
So I like to play GTA 5.
Good.
And we need to bring the Kings of Troof onto the live stream of GTA 5.
All right.
And we can only real way we could do that, because I got a camera now for the PS5.
You do?
I do. We got to get you one too. And on top of that, we need to get your ass on GTA 5. You already downloaded it once.
Yeah, I already got it. I just got to download it.
You just got to download it, and we can do it. We can do it.
Man, I still got my headphones and everything.
You know what I'm saying? And then, yeah, that's it. That's what we need to do. We can do it. We're gonna do these. We're gonna do these podcasts. It's not gonna end.
Yeah.
But that's the live stream on the King Churro YouTube channel.
That's you're gonna hear a lot more cussing from me. God damn it.
No, hell yeah. But here's the thing: is I already have a racing team, which is only me. I already have a biker club, which is only me. And I, at the time, couldn't figure out a name. I just chose Disturbance. Like disturbing the peace. Disturbance. And I've been drag racing, and I've been actually building up my, you know how you get the ranks on there and stuff. So I've been building up my rank from the drag races. So, but I am willing to change all that into Truth. Team Truth. And I'm saying this on this, and I'm saying, like, obviously, once you get on there, you're on there with me.
Yeah.
But this is also an invitation to anybody watching this. If you are on the PS5, if you're on GTA 5, and you want to join Kings of Troof on GTA 5, Team Truth, or we'll figure that shit out. I'm gonna just put Truth on everything. You know what I'm saying? So this invitation, everybody who wants to join us, join me, because I know this motherfucker ain't gonna.
Nah, I'll be there. I got no time now, baby. I download that motherfucker today.
But hey, so thank you for watching episode number 2 of the Kings of Troof podcast. It's your boy King Churro.
And I am King Kushy.
And till next time, every Friday, we're going to release another episode. So stay tuned and keep liking, keep sharing, and keep subscribing. And
yes, sir.
Anything else you got to say, bro?
I got nothing but to say. Say love, peace, and joy.
I like that. I like that a lot. I can use that when I got to go to work later on today.
Yeah, love, peace, and joy. That's what everybody should have.
Awesome. All right, y'all. So thank you very much for watching, and peace out.